138 players teed it up this week, and the youngest participant, Avery Zweig from nearby McKinney, Texas, not far from TPC Craig Ranch, which hosted the PGA Tour's Byron Nelson, under 12 division champ at the U.S. Kids World Golf Championship, where she, I think, had finished second 5 times, got it done 3 times, participant at the drive, chip, and putt national finals, about to be a freshman in high school, and Avery Zweig, a.k.a. the Nugget, joins us now. So start with the nickname. Where'd it come from?
Well, that came from, I was featured on a reality TV show when I was about 7 years old, and because of that I acquired a little bit of a following, and my parents just referred to me as a cute little nugget. I was about 4 feet tall, and it just kind of stuck, so now everyone refers to me as the Nugget. It
has stuck. Great playing this week. You came so close to making the cut. Take us through the excitement of qualifying last week. You finished that 3rd round of that qualifier here, right at Old American, and then those 2 days of playing.
Well, obviously, I just had a great experience this week. I just am so overwhelmingly grateful for this opportunity, and I have a couple thank yous. So, Ms. Rankin, I'd like to thank you for having me in here. It's such an honor to be in the presence of a World Golf Hall of Famer.
Oh, how?
Yes, and you just sort of paved the way for younger girls like me who are hopefully I'm going to be out here one day, maybe not with a little A by my name. We'll see. And, of course, Mr. Boone, thank you so much. He's a ticket listener and avid Twitter user, as I have noted.
The Ticket is a big sports talker here, and Mike Soroy is one of the hosts, and he's your good pal, I know. But you really showed us some stuff on Thursday. In fact, let's take a look at some of the highlights, and you can talk us through them here. This was in round 1 Thursday. This is the 15th. What'd you have here?
So it was 86 yards, slightly uphill, and all day I was kind of in between numbers, and I kept getting just like right in between clubs. And this one I wanted to finish strong and stuffed it close.
And then here, it's 17 the second.
I was about 218 out, and it was a perfect lie. Hit my 3 hybrid, aiming on the right side. Got it to get that bounce left toward the flag, and got a good eagle opportunity. Unfortunately, didn't convert the birdie, but I was happy with that shot.
Thank you.
Well, but you didn't look intimidated. Did you feel nervous out there?
Well, nerves are always a natural part of it, but I think my caddy and I sort of agreed going into it that I was going to find a way to generate a positive reaction to every shot, no matter what. Obviously, I had a lot to be grateful for just being here this week, and I had a couple shots that were laughable in a bad way, some of which were captured by you guys. But I also had some great moments, and I think that was the main driver for, my good attitude showed through the camera, but I just had a lot of fun.
It definitely did, and you got the hat tip down. You already got that perfected. Now, this is another child prodigy here, Judy Rankin, cover of Sports Illustrated back in the day. That's a magazine. Which you may not be.
Back in the day.
Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
She hasn't. This was a few weeks ago. Judy Rankin, Judy Turlumke back then. But Judy, you lived through what Avery did this week. It is impressive to see what she did, isn't it?
Well, I didn't do it nearly in the same way she did. It is a completely different time in girls and women's golf, no doubt. And I am amazed as I watch players who get younger and younger and younger, it seems, 14, just now going to enter high school, folks, that have such composure, that are so prepared for what might be coming in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Did you think you always wanted to be on a path to play professional golf?
I did. That was always the main driver, especially when I was younger. I was fortunate to be exposed to Brittany Lang, actually. She was always so kind to me, and I think that's what really started it. But as I've gotten older and gotten exposure to actually playing in pro events, I was first alternate at the US Women's Open, so got to play the course. I think it's become more of my dream and more of my goal, and this week has just really fed that. It's just such an incredible environment, and being around all these girls who are just grinding it out and have played golf probably 10 more years than I have. It was just incredible to be around.
It's a good moment to just quickly say to the parents out there of all these talented young people, and maybe in a lot of sports, is what she just said is, I think, such a key thing. It's her dream. So take your kids, find their dream, and then support them the best way you can.
Well, you're pretty good at calling golf and being on TV. You want to call a few shots here with us?
I would love to. Thank you.
All right, this is Anna Baylots for Eagle at the 6th.
Yeah, 6 is a reachable par 5 if you get a good drive and fortunate enough to get a good lie. Gosh, left that one a little short, but she'll have an easy birdie look with that.
Now, people in Dallas know where Slovenia is now because of a certain player on the Dallas Mavericks who's from Slovenia.
Really?
Luka Doncic.
Luka, yes.
From Slovenia. See, they know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to 7, Karen.
And this is Esther Henseleit for her birdie.
Obviously, such a great shot to get in that position there. Tough hole. Really great birdie.
The par threes really are key here, aren't they? If you can hit some good quality iron shots into it, makes a big difference, Avery.
They are, and they're all on the water, so controlling your ball flight and just having a good target and knowing where to miss on those is key.
All right, this is Gabby Lopez. A birdie putt here, Morgan?
Yeah, she hit it in the right off the tee and laid up, and then hit a beautiful birdie putt there.
Great putt.
And quickly, I'll mention that there are 5 par 3s on this golf course, so they make a big difference.
That's why it's par 71. You got the 3 par 3s on the front. Okay, you're not just a golfer or a student. You're already a philanthropist. Tell us about your heart for trying to give back and raise some money for pediatric cancer.
So originally, it was called Wingreen for Jeff. Jeff was my janitor in school when I was in 2nd grade, and he was just an all-around great guy. Like, would say hi to the kids. Just so awesome. It was elementary school, so very good guy. And he got diagnosed with cancer, so I said we had to do something after seeing that they did some fundraisers for him. And I raised money on my own that year, and then the next year we got into more pediatric cancer, and there was a kid named Kason. He was 2 years old, and me and 5 other kids were raising money for him, and then it just kind of grew from there. And then we were fortunate enough to receive the support from the ticket and the sororities, and now we have the tournament. And so we donate the proceeds to St. Jude and also to the Veterans Golf Association, which they provide a network for veterans to play golf and just kind of get to know one another. It's really good, and also St. Jude, obviously an outstanding organization. So I've really enjoyed that.
Well, it sounds like it. St. Jude is a beneficiary of some great LPGA efforts, including holes in one, $20,000 for each one of them. Here's Castron, 2nd at the 6th. 5 wood, we understand.
She may be short-sighted over there.
Should be okay in terms of that. We do see the red stake, but she should be okay there. 7.
This is Celine Herban for her birdie. Oh, easing it in there. Perfect speed. Perfect result.
You mentioned Brittany Lang, who's also from McKinney, grew up in McKinney. You've met the great Judy Rankin. Who are some other of your favorites on the LPGA Tour as we watch Jin Young Ko?
Well, my favorites, always the Texas girls, especially the outreach this week has just been great. The NTPGA, Mark Harrison, I've been so grateful to have their support. Been playing on their tour since I was about 7, and they had some of the Texas girls film some videos and wish the other girl, Farrah, and I luck.
Yeah, that was great.
That was super meaningful, because playing on the LPGA can be a little nerve-wracking, and just to be so welcoming, it's great.
It didn't look nerve-wracking to you the way you composed yourself to 11.
Poor long Patlam for her birdie. We've already seen her pour one in earlier today, and you're making everything look like it's not very nerve-wracking out here, Avery. You are
thank you.
A particularly impressive young lady, so continue the good work.
Thank you.
Avery, thanks for stopping by. One of these days, maybe you'll punch your ticket to the LPGA Tour, and we'll say we saw you at your very first event. Way to go.
We shall see. Thank you so
Avery,
much.
a pleasure.
Yes, it's a pleasure meeting
Keep it
you.
going and stay loving it. Okay?
Thank you.
And keep it going off the course with all your great efforts. And a hat tip to Avery Zweig. Just 14 years old, joining us here after playing at the Volunteers of America Classic.